Well, I always was using two bass drums whenever it was possible to get two bass drums, so that's not a new thing. I like playing two bass drums. I prefer it because it sounds fuller. It's for me more fun to play. I like to hear two drums individually. And my new setup is it's even larger than my old setup. I have a lot of wonderful new drums from DW, and I went with a very classic, elegant black lacquer finished drum set. It looks very classic and beautiful, and I have every drum you can think of, everything that's between 6 and 26 inches. So I have a lot of new wonderful drums to use in the studio in LA and to experiment with, and I have a very, very large setup with differently tuned bass drums and rada-toms and concert toms and a lot of drums to choose from for my recording sessions in Los Angeles. So it's a huge amount of gear. I haven't even counted how many I have right now, but it's definitely more than I ever had before. Play actual dynamic pattern. This is to me more. Well, they have to expect to work hard. It's a very intense camp where the students are actually playing with me for at least 8 hours every day for at least 3 days, and it's a very high energy drum camp with focus on real results. So I want people to leave the camp after 3 days as better drummers with definitely more knowledge, with new information and things they've learned. Not just information, but actual skill, results. So in order to achieve that, we are working very, very hard, and we're actually playing for 8 hours every day, and I can correct each one of the students individually and talk to each one individually, and hopefully, give everybody a lot of information and inspiration. Um, it takes some organization. It's not easy sometimes. But I've been doing it for so long now. It seems natural, to do it all, and I try to split my time 50-50 between playing and between writing and producing, and I spend my playing time 50-50 between recording and touring. So after so many years now, I know when to stop, and I know when to, get back and play some more,
Last question. Who in
That's very hard to say. I really, honestly enjoyed everybody I saw. I didn't see all performances because I had some interviews to do and other things to do, but I saw Chris Coleman, who I think is fantastic, very inspiring, wonderful drummer, and great musician altogether. We had a jam session in the evening, and Chris played bass on the session, and it was great. He was also a very talented bass player. I saw Gergo Borlai from Hungary, who's a very, very good young drummer. I enjoyed his performance very much. Dave McIntosh, also great, metal drummer. I also saw Damien Schmidt, who's also a great player. He was on right before me, so I heard his performance from behind the stage. And really interesting and creative drummer from France. I enjoyed everybody, and the lineup, every year the lineup gets better and better, and I think it's, again, it was a really unique festival with very individual, different drummers, but very, very unique drummers all together.
You played one song during the clinic from this, two songs from this CD, Stork.
Yeah.
Can you tell us something about this new project?
This is my new project, my new band, Stork. It's a trio. It's instrumental rock music and crossover, fusion, metal, rock. It's very, very unique and eclectic. And Shane Gibson is the guitar player, and Eloy Palacios is the bass player. Very, very, very good musicians. Shane also works with Korn, the rock band Korn. And it's very uncompromising and very unique, rhythmically very, very complex, instrumental, heavy music. So, and a lot of fun to play.
When did this start, like the idea of making this new band?
I met Shane at a NAMM show about, I believe it was 3 or 4 years ago. He gave me one of his demo CDs, and he said, "Hey, my name's Shane, I'm a guitar player, if you want, check out my demo." And I said, okay, so I took the demo, because I get a lot of demos from people. And I put it in the car on my way home, and I was, blown away by his playing. And I'd never heard a guitar player play so precise and rhythmically so complex. And it was much, much more brutal and evil than any other guitar playing I've heard, and much, much more precise. And I really liked his very raw sound and the precision and accuracy of his playing. And I really was very impressed with his rhythmic knowledge. So he had programmed some drum parts on his demos where I went, huh? That's impossible. Things that I had never thought of before. So I really liked the fact that it was surprising for me. And then I called him up the next day, and I said, "This is amazing. We should get together." And then we started working, and I was touring, and then he was touring, and then I was touring, and he was touring. So about a year ago, we sat down and said, "Okay, let's nail this." We wrote some songs over the previous year, but then we had written all the material, and last fall sometime, we said, "Okay, let's make a record." And we pre-produced all the stuff at my studio, and then recorded. Within 1 month or so, we recorded the record. So it's very cool. It sounds great. It was mixed by Jeremy Griffith, who's an amazing engineer, and it sounds really great. And for any drummer or guitar player, this is paradise.
The top.
Yes, it's great fun.
We are here in Rome. This is the first of 3 dates on a Manual Clinic tour. What was your impression of this first date, and what are you going to do the next two, and where will you be in the next 2 dates?
This first clinic here in Rome was great. There was a great crowd, very, very nice people, and very good questions, very interactive, and very casual. I really enjoyed it. And tomorrow we're going to Naples, and then the day after tomorrow we're flying to Cuneo up north. And then I'm going back home to Los Angeles. But I'm happy to be here, and I haven't done any clinics here in Italy for a long time. I've been here many times with Gianna and playing live and playing shows, but I've only done very few clinics here, so it's good to be back and just play some drums, you know, and it was great fun, and I hope it'll be like this tomorrow again.
I believe you're inspiring because I've seen a lot of questions, and it's something that it's unusual. Many people usually are shy to ask questions to the drummers they get. They're adults.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm not an idol.
You are, but you're inspiring probably.
Well, I don't know. There were lots of questions, and they were very, you know, casual and not shy at all. It was great. Yeah. I mean, we could have gone on probably for a long time.
But it's dinner time.
Yes, I'm hungry. Pizza. Hello, everybody at Planet Drum. My name's Thomas Lang. We're here in Rome. And keep reading that Planet Drum. Enjoy.